I welcome the chaos.
Not Taylor being shady, spilling the tea on Travis and Kayla's breakup, and not Travis co-signing. Reportedly, Opalite is Travis's favorite song on the album. Wow, I'm low-key, honestly, living for the drama.
So baby, when you ready, hit my line. Tell me what you wanna do. I know you still feeling new. Tell me what you wanna do. I know you still feeling.
Hey you guys, before we get into today's video, I just want to take time, as I always do, to thank all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you're not already currently subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button right now. Also, I do have another channel called Brandy Beauty Review TV. Navigate to the first comment pinned to the top to check that out. Also, like the video, you guys. Comment on the video. I want to hear your thoughts, so comment and like. And now let's get into this juicy topic. In today's celebrity couple toxic news, we are talking about Taylor Swift being shady towards Travis Kelce's ex, Kayla Nicole, in new song called Opalite, and some of the Swifties coming to Kayla's defense. In case you missed it, Taylor Swift appeared to make a dig at Travis Kelce's ex, Kayla Nicole, on her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. Fans believe the pop icon, who is 35 years old, lashed out on Nicole, who is Kelce's ex, who is 35 years old, who dated off and on for 5 years until 2022 on the song Opalite. The line that seems to allude to Nicole, who is 33 years old, is, "You couldn't understand it, why you felt alone, you were in it for real, she was on her phone, and you were just a pose." The meaning seems to be that Kelce felt alone because Nicole was distracted by fame. In an old video dug up by the fans, Kelce can be seen asking Nicole to get off your phone. Fans went wild over the lyrics. Taylor Swift just called Kayla Nicole the F out. "I'm living for TS12. Now, Kayla seemingly responded to Taylor's diss, according to People. A clip on social media from America's Next Top Model, in which contestant Eva Marcel said, and I quote, "I don't compare myself to other girls," end quote. Kayla also mentioned being terrified of her comments and DMs, especially after Taylor's diss. Here's what fans had to say in Kayla's comments under a recent post in her defense. Someone says this, "Girl, I just became a fan after that unseasoned chicken of an album." Others said this, "It breaks my heart you are terrified of your comments. No music is worth that." Well, maybe Beyonce, but she would never. You are a queen. Someone else says, "Swiftie here, and so many of us love you. Please don't listen to the haters or whatever. You're killing it in your own game, and so many of us respect you a ton. Sending love and kindness." Someone else said this, "To some of the Taylor Swift fans, enough is enough. Harassing Travis Kelce's ex or Charlie XCX is not defending Taylor. It is embarrassing her name. Taylor built her career on talent, hard work, and grace, not on online bullying. If you call yourself a Swiftie, act like one. That means respect, empathy, and self-control. Turning fan loyalty into cruelty is not fandom. It is toxic. Grow up, stop the hate, and remember that Taylor does not need an army of bullies to prove her worth." Some fans are clearly not here for Taylor shading Kayla. I agree with the fans. I do think it was a bit tacky for Taylor to do this, but Taylor's known for mentioning exes in her songs, and now that she's engaged to Travis, she's spilling the tea on his breakup with Kayla, which is very interesting. Not Taylor being shady, spilling the tea on Travis and Kayla's breakup, and not Travis co-signing. Reportedly, Opalite is Travis's favorite song on the album. Wow, I'm low-key, honestly, living for the drama. Fans are also calling out the race card on Taylor regarding Black women.
Taylor Swift's new album is a perfect example of how white women cannot fathom the idea of not being the most desired all the time. In her song Opalite, which is pretty clearly a reference to her and Travis Kelce's love, she says, "You were dancing through the lightning stripes, sleepless in the onyx nights, but now the sky is opalite." This is Onyx. This is Opalite. And it's no secret that prior to dating Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce pretty much exclusively dated black women. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to make the connection here. Not only that, but in the song Eldest Daughter, Swift says, "I'm not a bad bitch, this isn't savage." Like, The comparison being made here is very clear and the dog whistles are hidden in plain sight. And so not only is the album lacking musically, it's lacking in awareness. And so it highlights the idea that white women often cannot fathom the idea of not being someone's first choice, particularly another white person. And because of racism and Eurocentric beauty standards, white women have been consistently affirmed and reaffirmed, both socially and psychologically, that they should be someone's first choice, and therefore in their minds they think that they always will be. And if your beauty has been pedestalized and promoted as a premier beauty standard for centuries, so much so that other ethnic groups that are non-white have constructed their own hierarchies within their community based off of proximity to whiteness, it would make sense to think as a white person and as a white woman, more specifically, that like your beauty should be top tier always in everyone's eyes.
Black woman or a person of color is telling you that something is racist, something is not sitting with them the right way, that is not the time for you as a white person to open your mouth and say, actually, no. Yes, I'm talking about Taylor Swift. I'm talking about the critiques surrounding Taylor Swift. I know we're tired. I know it's been talked about ad nauseum, but I do think this is really important and it's something that we should continue to talk about. So one side of the criticisms about this album are related to stylistic choice, vocals, musical composition, right? People can have their opinions on that. What I want to talk about is the critiques of the lyrics, and specifically the way people are critiquing the racist and microaggressive undertones that are within the lyrics. And a large majority of the people calling that out and noticing that are Black women and people of color. And I am seeing white women like myself commenting back on a lot of those critiques saying, but she didn't mean it in this way. And you're reaching and you're looking too far into it, and it's not racist. Like, how could she be racist when in her music video she surrounded herself with people of color and she endorsed Kamala Harris for all of these people are making excuses like this for a person that they don't even know. It's so wild to me. When a Black person or a person of color says that something is racist, that is not when we go, hey, actually, no. We have to sit with that and reflect and go, why didn't I think of it that way? How can I do better in the future? How can I call this out? How can I, etc., etc. There is work that has to be done. If your first instinct, when a Black person or a person of color says something is racist, if your first instinct is to say actually or but, there is work that needs to be done.
The first young lady definitely had a point with the dark to light contrast. Taylor wrote the song. She definitely feels a way about Travis Kelce's past dating choices. It's kind of like stories I've heard where if a white woman switches from dating a Black man to white men and the white man finds out her dating past, he kind of feels a way. But it's also Taylor literally not giving a damn what anyone thinks and still moving along about her day. It's just the drama of it all.
I welcome the chaos. The rule of show business is if it's the first week of my album release and you are saying either my name or my album title, you're helping. And art, I have a lot of respect for people's subjective opinions on art. I'm not the art police. It's like everybody is allowed to feel exactly how they want, and what our goal is as entertainers is to be a mirror. Oftentimes an album is a really, really wild way to look at yourself, right? What you're going through in your life is going to affect whether you relate to the music that I'm putting out at any given moment. And what I often love seeing my fans say is, I used to be someone who didn't relate to Reputation, and now that I've been through some other things in my life, that's my favorite album. Or I used to be a fearless girly, now I'm obsessed with Evermore. And we're doing this thing for keeps. I have such an eye on legacy when I'm making my music. I know what I made. I know I adore it.
Anyways, what did you guys think of today's celebrity couple toxic video? Leave me a comment, like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi guys, don't forget to click that subscribe button. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm creating for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.